What do you suppose is going on up there?
Probably the same thing that's going on down here. Waiting.
Boy, it must be hell for Monica and Alan.
I'm sure it is. It's awful to think of losing a baby that's only 6 weeks old.
Yeah. Well, whatever there is to a life, that's a lifetime, you know, for all of us.
Well, it's not much of one. And when you remember what an awful time the baby had just being born, Monica and Alan must be going crazy.
They must be, because I know I would be.
It's so unfair for something like this to happen.
Yeah, but whoever said that life was fair?
Well, something ought to be done about it. By somebody.
Well, I don't want the job. You getting tired? Do you want to go home? What do you want to do?
I want to stay here. I'm going to be worried all night anyway.
Yeah, me too. Well, you never realize, you know, having kids is... So much can happen all of a sudden. I mean, you're never given any kind of notice.
I know. Rick once said that when you have children, you give hostage to fortune. I mean, it's scary, but you can't stop having kids just because you're afraid of what might happen to them.
Listen, when we decide to have kids, I want us to think about it, all right? You know? Really think about it.
I know. So
what is it? Oh. Hello, Lou.
Hi.
Jennifer.
Hello, Laura.
Hi.
Oh, would you like to join us?
Fine.
Good.
Well, you're certainly dressed up. What's the occasion?
We were at a dinner dance at Jennifer's house.
We brought Bobby over to work the late shift.
That's a lovely dress.
Thank you.
Boy, it must have been some party.
Yeah, it was, Scott. I hated to leave it, but, you know, I don't like Bobby going around alone at night.
Yeah, well, we're just hanging around waiting to hear on what's going to happen to Monica's baby, you know?
What a terrible thing to happen to a baby that age.
Really?
Is it going to live?
Nobody knows. That's why we're waiting.
I wonder, I'd like to freshen up a bit. Can you tell me where the restrooms are?
Oh, they're way down at the other end of the corridor.
Listen, I'll walk you down there if you'd like.
I don't want to take you away. I can find it.
Oh, no, that's okay, because I've been sitting here and I'd like to walk around. You don't mind, do you?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'll walk you down there.
Oh, that's very gallant of you. Excuse me, Luke.
Well, what?
Well, how have things been going?
Things have been going fine for me. I'm just anxious to finish out my 2 weeks of notice at the disco and be through.
You really dislike it that much?
No. It's just that once I've made up my mind to do something, I like to do it. Otherwise, I get restless.
Restless, yes. Yes, I wonder, Laura, is that really all of it?
All right, now listen, it's right down there on the left, okay?
Thank you. That was very nice of you.
I'll wait here until you come back. Walk you back, okay?
Great.
Okay. Oh, hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Scotty.
Got quiet around here tonight, huh?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like that a lot when somebody that you know is critically ill. I don't know why it happens, but it almost always does.
Listen, is there any word on the baby?
No, not so far. Rick didn't even get here yet.
Boy, this reminds me of the night of Laura's accident.
Don't remind me about that night. I'll never forget how guilty I felt.
Bobby, you shouldn't feel like that.
Well, if I only felt guilty when I needed to, I would still feel guilty most of the time.
I think you're being hard on yourself.
Maybe that's the police escort.
There's just another ambulance. I don't know. What could... Leslie.
That's Rick. They just called.
Is there any word on the kid?
We have so little time.
Leslie.
Dr. Cunningham is waiting for you in OR. He'll fill you in while you scrub.
All right, let's go.
So, what's going on with this baby?
He developed some kind of a respiratory infection and a heart problem all at the same time. And, well, they've cleared up the respiratory infection, but they're going to have to operate on his heart.
I didn't know they could operate on a child that small.
Well, let's hope they can. They're planning to.
Your dad's the only one who can do it?
I don't know if he's the only one, but he's the best. He's so close to that child.
Well, I didn't know you were that involved.
Well, I've been here every day since he's been in the incubator, and I know how much Monica loves him, and Alan. I don't know. I feel sort of like he's a close friend.
I guess I understand. Laura, I don't really know how to say this. There is something that I think you should know.
What?
Your husband came to the disco this afternoon. Apparently, he found a notebook in your apartment that belongs to Greg Talmadge. Now, I mean, I realize that whatever it is, it's perfectly innocent, you know, but he's all on about the fact that he thinks Talmadge is the one who raped you.
That's ridiculous.
That's what I said.
I don't believe this. How could he think anything like that?
Hey, I don't know. I'm only telling you what he said.
You want to know what Greg was doing there?
Well, it's none of my business, is it?
No, I want you to know it, just so you know how silly this really is. I asked Greg to come over to the apartment to talk about Beverly going off her diet because she thought that I put him up to dancing with her at the disco that night.
Really?
Yes. The truth is, Greg had asked Beverly to dance on his own, but Beverly didn't believe that, so we talked about it for a little while, and he decided to ask her out for a date. So that's what Scotty's been jealous of? Absolutely nothing. I could strangle him.
Hey, wait a minute. You can strangle him if you want. I really don't care. But the point is that he's not jealous. He just happens to think that Talmadge is pressuring you.
I don't understand Scotty at all. I've been handling what happened to me. I've been trying my best to just take it all in stride, and I think I've been doing pretty well.
So do I.
For one thing, I'm able to look at you and to talk to you without hating you or trying to make you feel guilty about what happened, right?
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, it's over. And it didn't mean anything. It was just something that happened on a night when you thought you were as good as dead. The point is, our lives have changed now. You're dating Jennifer, who happens to be a very nice girl. And I'm back with Scotty where I belong, so why should I let the past upset me?
Hey, that's right. I mean, the whole world is terrific, isn't it, Laura?
You don't sound as if you think so.
No, actually, from where I'm sitting, it isn't terrific. I'm still in love with you.
Luke, stop it. You are not in love with me.
Don't tell me who I'm in love with.
You've got to stop saying that to me, and more importantly, you have got to stop feeling it.
I'm sorry, Laura. You can't tell people how to feel, what to feel, and when to stop feeling.
Well, you've got to stop talking to me that way, then. It's wrong, Luke. I love Scotty. Nobody else. It's true I'm angry with him right now, but when I'm not, I love him very deeply, and I always...
Laura, Rick just came in a few minutes ago. He's on his way up to OR.